You
know, I've been wanting to travel to the Balkans by motorcycle for a long time. For me, a lad from Sarajevo, it's a return to my roots and a chance to rediscover this region of former Yugoslavia in a whole new light. To make this adventure memorable, I'll be accompanied by Vincent, with whom I've already shared Iceland. It's a trip close to my heart and I'm delighted to share it with you. The plan is simple. We follow the Trans-Euro Trail starting in Croatia, crossing Bosnia towards Montenegro and finishing in style along the Croatian coast. But before that, we've got to get to Split by car, with the bikes on the trailer, which will take a long time.
On est arrivé, ça y est. Après 24 heures debout, on y est. Eh, j'en peux plus de la voiture.
In Split, we meet with Miro, aka Mika, the king of motorcycles, who will look after our crate while we're having the time of our lives. After a well-deserved break, he shows us around Split from the air, and man, the view is insane.
Kamfora zlatna uja u pleteru izlivena na rukama omerjana jedriš veslaš.
Can you feel the sea breeze, the sun beating down? Split is a concentration of history and charm. The walls of Diocletian's palace, the markets of the old town, every nook and cranny tells an epic story.
Nasrid gore okamena u librima marulovin žeže gori i vijori vična slava tvog imena.
Du coup, là, on vient de nous dire que donc là, ça, c'est la vieille horloge de la ville. Et aujourd'hui, elle ne fonctionne pas. Et la raison pour laquelle elle ne fonctionne pas, c'est que les touristes sont pleins. Ils attendaient le tic-toc, tic-toc. Et donc, du coup, la ville a arrêté l'horloge qui fonctionnait encore jusqu'à il n'y a pas longtemps. C'est dingue.
Rajsku pismu puka tvoj, Splite moj, kako zvona svetog doje.
And let's not forget the food. The pesticide that beef stew is a killer.
Rajsku pismu puka tvoj,
Attends, recommence. T'as fait quoi? T'as passé une bonne journée?
J'ai passé une bonne journée, nickel. Et quand on a vu les cailloux, j'ai vu le caillou qui roule, tu sais, dans le truc là. Merde, caillou qui roule, comment on fait d'abord? Je me rappelle.
La panique.
Da kažiju cilem svitu, času oganj.
Before we go off-roading, I absolutely must show you the Plitvice lakes. The park is a jewel, and it's only fitting that it should be listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. To get the most out of it, you'll need more than a few hours, but the E-Trail is a must. Waterfalls, lakes, forests, a jewel, I tell you.
Cool. Bon bah voilà, un petit tour de 5 km de marche, de visite de Plitvice qui vient bien finir l'après-midi parce qu'on n'a pas encore fini la journée. On va aller se diriger vers Željava Aérodrome.
Que je ne prononcerai pas.
Allez, essaie.
Comment
Željava
Je
Aérodrome.
sais pareil, il y a des tanks. C'est là où il y a des tanks aussi.
Non, c'est plutôt des MiG. Plutôt des avions, mais les tanks c'est ailleurs, mais c'est des avions. C'est un aéroport. Aéroport, avion, un tank ça décolle pas. Mais... Sinon, Plitvice, bah plutôt pas mal. Qu'est-ce que tu en as pensé toi?
Je conseille à faire, à refaire, en refaire, faire la boucle complète.
La boucle est complète, ouais. La boucle est complète, il faut quand même une bonne grosse journée, voire 2 jours pour faire tout quoi.
Mais franchement ça vaut le coup quoi.
Parce que là on a fait 5 km en
quasiment 2 heures.
2 heures.
Avec des bottes de moto.
Avec des bottes de moto pour toi. Moi j'ai enlevé et j'ai bien fait.
Voici un homme intelligent.
C'est ça.
Et non, franchement, enfin, l'eau elle est translucide, on voit les poissons, on voit les crevettes, c'est génial quoi. Il fait frais, tout est naturel, les structures sont bien emménagées. Le truc qui peut quand même pas mal, c'est que toi, tu as des toilettes régulièrement. Tu vois, tu peux aller aux toilettes et faire des bifurcations si tu ne sens pas l'âme de continuer.
Ouais.
Et,
le lit est bien pensé, c'est un lieu incontournable à mon sens à venir voir quand tu passes par la Croatie. Tu vois, nous on a fait Plitvice, on a fait quelques 250 km pour venir jusque là. On a pris des belles routes, des routes plutôt sympathiques, des beaux virages, des beaux paysages, etc. On n'a pas pris les voies rapides.
Ça se fait bien et sans les roues à tétine, franchement,
il y a pas faire.
Il y a quoi de bien s'amuser.
Sanjao sam kako ulaziš u moju pjesmu, ulaziš prosto u svoju baštu, od pazuh do vijeću.
Mec, je veux bien faire la courte échelle, mais je pense qu'il va quand même... Attends. Oh yeah. Yes. Bon là, je te laisse...
Kako s anđelima jedeš
voilà.
a été là.
Kako šapuće mu tvoje krilo, rađaj mi djecu kao kolačiće, a više mene boli.
And here, a different kind of place, the Zeljava Air Base, a Cold War relic nestled in the mountains. It's a piece of history resurfacing after the war, with its share of mysteries and adventures. Built during the Cold War, Zeljava was one of the world's largest underground military air bases. It is shrouded in mystery and intrigue, with tales of secret missions and undercover operations. Don't hesitate to take a detour from the Trans-Euro Trail on your next trip to visit this iconic site.
Récupérer le TET et surtout on se sauve parce que Vincent et la façon c'est du poisson et il voulait manger du poisson.
Regarde-moi cette vue, les montagnes, belle couleur verte, magnifique. Et ça y est, officiellement, à partir de là, on est sur le TET croate.
Je stanje opsadno i nikad nije dosadno. Žena je stvorenje čudljivo čudljivo i uzbudljivo. Sinoć sam, pola kapane popio, zbog tebe, nisam okat sklopio. Sinoć sam, pola kapane popio, zbog tebe, nisam okat sklopio.
As you can see, the Balkans also have a painful past, with anti-personnel mines still littering the ground. In Bosnia, there are thousands of them. It is estimated that there are still around 80,000 landmines scattered across rural and mountainous areas. These mines represent a constant threat. You have to remain vigilant, but if you stay on the trail, you have nothing to worry about.
Kad se nađe u ljubavi, na oba oka očoravi i prijatelje zaboravi. Ljubav je stanje opsadno i nikad nije dosadno. Žena je stvorenje čudljivo i uzbudljivo. Sinoć sam, pola kapane popio.
Une première partie. C'est kiffé ou pas?
J'ai très bien goûté. C'est pas plus optimiste à mon avis sur le rigole. Je me suis dit, si les gars, ça devrait passer. J'ai fait un roulé, mais sinon,
Allez, on se régale.
Et voilà, c'est la fête en nature. Allez, je vous ai goûté ça quand même.
Sinoć sam, pola kapane popio, zbog tebe, nisam okat sklopio. Sinoć sam, pola kapane popio, zbog tebe, nisam okat sklopio. Sinoć sam, pola kapane popio, zbog tebe.
À la nôtre, et
pola kapane popio, zbog tebe, nisam okat sklopio.
Allez, journée numéro 3 sur le TET. Évidemment, en partant de ce petit guest house bien sympathique qui s'appelle Sweet Dreams à Knin. Et je recommande vivement de passer de la nuit si vous êtes dans le coin. Très sympathique et surtout très accueillant, en tout cas le propriétaire, qui nous a en plus indiqué un petit lieu à aller visiter là qu'on va y aller. Slap, c'est des chutes d'eau et à partir de là on va enchaîner sur le TET. Donc c'est parti.
So here we go. The nice thing is that the junctions are very short. Once we've crossed the border, we'll quickly pick up the trek that will take us to Lake Shatorsko. It's a glacial lake at an altitude of 1,488 meters in the west of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Perfect for a break and a picnic. It's well worth the detour.
Pogledom me miluješ, ko da me dodiruješ, i svaki put kao da je prvi. Ja stalno mislim prestaće.
The Bosnian Trans-Euro Trail has a different atmosphere, especially in the forest. The trails are great, but be careful as the forests are being logged. And in Bosnia-Herzegovina, there's no stopping illegal deforestation and timber trafficking. We even encountered two guys who told us they were collecting wood for heating or construction. We spent a few minutes chatting and sharing our conceptions of vacations, which, for them, essentially boil down to chilling on the beach with a good beer. Did I ever tell you that beer is considered like water in these parts?
Al đavo se ne predaje, ti si mi u krvi. Ako te odvedu cigani čergani, ili te ukradu strašni haremski čuvari. Ako te odvedu, ja ću da poludim, bez tebe ne umijem više jutrom da se budim. Ako te odvedu.
After 280 kilometers on the trails, we reached the Lake Ramsko for the night. The next day, we head for Mostar, crossing the Plitvice Pass. It's a corner of paradise with breathtaking nature. Bosnia-Herzegovina has many natural and man-made lakes, and the Ramsko artificial lake is undoubtedly one of the most beautiful in Europe. It's a perfect place to spend the night in the middle of our adventure. And to round off the day, we took advantage of a nice cold beer offered by the owner to tighten my chain. After 15,000 kilometers, it was starting to snap badly.
Hej moja dušice, izbaci bubice iz svoje lepe, lude, plave glavice. Ne budi dete, obuci papuče, dodaj mi jastuče, nežno me zagrli, ponašaj se prirodno. Skuvaj mi kafu, napravi sendvič, lepo ugosti i zadovolji me. Hej moja dušice, ostavi lutkice koje te jure i stalno ti dosađuju. Ne budi dete, kupi mi haljine, srebrne
les Allemands savent voyager. Hein. 2 petits bidons de bière.
Let me tell you about Mostar. Mostar is history with a capital H. The Stari Most bridge is a symbol of resilience. Built in the 16th century by Ottoman architect Mimar Hayruddin, this stone arch bridge was destroyed during the Bosnian War in 1993, but rebuilt and reopened in 2004. And in summer, divers leap from the bridge in a centuries-old tradition. Mostar, with its cobbled streets, bustling markets, and diverse cultural influences, is a must-see destination. Back to Sarajevo to join my sister via Knin, have a coffee on the banks of the Neretva and savor the moment. For us, this motorcycle ride is more than just a trip. It's a plunge into the history and culture of the Balkans. Welcome to Sarajevo, my birthplace and a true crossroads of culture. Here, the East meets the West in a unique atmosphere. From cobblestone streets lined with cozy cafes to the bustling markets, Sarajevo blends history and modernity. It was here in 1914 that the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand triggered the First World War. More recently, the city endured a devastating siege during the Bosnian War in the 1990s. From 1992 to 1996, the city underwent the longest siege in modern history, with constant shelling and gunfire. I lived through this difficult period, seeing my city transform into a battlefield.
Voljelo se dvoje mladih, 6 mjeseci, godinu.
Many people come to Bosnia and Herzegovina, and especially Sarajevo, to discover its tragic past and engage in memory tourism. But Sarajevo is not just defined by these war scars. What truly stands out is the kindness and hospitality of its inhabitants, as well as its multiculturalism. Today, Sarajevo is a city full of life and hope. Bashchashia, the historical heart of Sarajevo, is a place steeped in culture and tradition. I grew up wandering through these narrow alleys and bustling markets. During the war in the 1990s, this neighborhood was heavily damaged, but it survived and rebuilt. Today, it is a must-visit for tourists with its bazaars, traditional cafes, and artisans. It is also the culinary heart of Sarajevo. Growing up, I spent hours savoring the unique flavors of this neighborhood. You will find incredible Bosniak specialties, such as grilled cevapi with a broad brush and burek pastries with meat, cheese, or potatoes. The small bakeries, traditional cafes, and pastry shops offer an explosion of taste that tells the city's story. It was simply impossible not to have Vincent try all these specialities. We'll call it the Belly Explosion Tour.
Je suis pas normand, c'est breton. Commence pas. Mais tu vois, par exemple, le fait est de se dire, nous on se focalise pas sur l'extérieur, mais on va plutôt se focaliser sur l'intérieur.
Oui.
mais on va quand même marquer et laisser les marques du passé. Tu vois, avec ce que tu peux présenter les même sur les sols. Ce côté un peu tout ça où tu arrives à avoir même des contrastes. Enfin, tu as des similitudes comme partout, mais tu as des contrastes. Tu arrives quand même à avoir des contrastes assez particuliers entre du ultra moderne, ultra ancien. Tu vois, t'as un truc. Et le truc, je trouve que tu poses pas mal, c'est ce côté, je vais pas dire équité, mais équilibre.
Voilà.
Voilà. Cet équilibre que tu as entre les communautés, religions.
And to end the day with a full belly, here's Trebević, the mountain overlooking Sarajevo. When I was a kid, this was our playground. Today, the star attraction is the abandoned bobsleigh run from the 1984 Olympics. This sporting relic, now covered in colorful graffiti, tells a fascinating story. You can walk along this winding track, feel the history, and enjoy a breathtaking view of the city.
Dvjesto dajem, spustite je, 300 dajem, otkrite je, da još jednom.
As we continue our journey, we leave Sarajevo and head towards Montenegro. Along the way, we pass through the region of Jahorina, famous for its spectacular mountain landscapes and ski slopes.
Da još jednom. Proljeće na moje rame slijeće, Đurđevak zeleni, Đurđevak zeleni, svima osim meni. Drumovi odoše, a ja ostam, nema zvijezde danice, nema zvijezde danice, moje saputnice. Ej, kome sada moja draga, na Đurđevak miriše, na Đurđevak miriše, meni nikad više. Evo zore, Bogu da se pomolim, evo zore, ej, Đurđevan je, a ja nisam, s onom koju volim. Evo zore, Bogu da se pomolim, evo zore, ej, Đurđevdan je, a ja nisam, s onom koju volim.
The road then takes us through the beautiful plains of Modropolje. Here, nature is almost untouched, offering breathtaking views of green valleys and surrounding mountains. It's a true pleasure to ride a motorcycle in these conditions, surrounded by the raw and preserved beauty of the Balkan nature. These moments in the great outdoors add a unique dimension to our adventure.
Njeno ime neka se spominje svakog drugog dana, svakog drugog dana, osim Đurđevdana. Evo zore, Bogu da se pomolim, evo zore,
conclude our 6th day of travel, we made a stop at the magnificent Lac Piva. This artificial lake, created by the Muratinje Dam, is surrounded by mountains and offers impressive views. The waters are a clear turquoise blue, and the setting is perfect for a relaxing evening after a long day on the road. Spending the night here was an excellent opportunity to rest and enjoy nature before continuing our adventure. The Lac Piva is a must-see for bikers seeking a picturesque and tranquil stop.
Allez, un petit verre de bienvenue. Plus sec. Salut. Plus sec, pareil. Allez, quelques amis motards devant nous. Bon, vu les motos, je suis pas sûr qu'ils font du TET. GS et GS.
The next day, we set off again, thinking we were going to tackle the longest section, but the rain slows us down at the end of the day.
Na kojem boku spavaš, pomislim. Pitaju me za tebe, a ja stavljam ruke u džepove i osjećam, budiš se i oblačiš bijelu haljinu za novu godinu.
You have a good chance of encountering wild horses roaming free in the Balkan mountains. It's an incredible sight and completely normal in the region. It's the unique experience that makes your rides even more memorable. So keep your eyes open, ride cool, and enjoy these exceptional encounters. In these mountains, we will have the most beautiful encounter of our trip with shepherds in the middle of nowhere. This encounter will again illustrate the hospitality of the people in the Balkan countries. Without hesitation, one of the shepherds will approach us and offer to share some rakia from his bag.
Odlaziš sa njim, odlaziš s njim. Da te Kotor ne volim, da te Bogdo ne volim. Da te Bogdo ne volim.
itself, there are not many difficulties that you can encounter. However, some passages like this one can put you in difficulty depending on your load.
Allez, gaz, 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 gaz.
Da te Bog da ne volim. Da te Bog da ne volim.
L'embrayage, laisse l'embrayage.
Da te Bog da ne volim.
Tu as la bonne nouvelle?
Da te Bog da ne volim.
Moj Saša, gdje je sada ljubav naša? Reci Saša, moj Saša, znaš li gdje je ljubav naša? I da li pamtiš zadnje ljeto, srcu mom još tako sveto? Moj Saša, ti imaš stan i krasnog klinca, posao stalan i kućnog mezimca.
As the afternoon progresses, we will be caught by the rain, forcing us to revise our plans. We will look for a place to sleep and come across a campsite where we will spend the night in the bungalows.
Ti imaš auto i krug prijatelja, omiljen hobi i sitna veselja.
Our last off-road day will be shorter than expected, but just as magnificent.
Tak stas, a nemaš više nas. Moj Saša, moj Saša, gdje je sada ljubav naša? Reci Saša, moj Saša, znaš li gdje je ljubav naša? I da li pamtiš zadnje ljeto, srcu mom još tako sveto? Moj Saša, moj Saša, gdje je sada ljubav naša? Reci Saša, moj Saša, znaš li gdje je ljubav naša? Ti život grabiš, a za mene ostale tek su uspomene. Moj Saša, ti imaš skijanje i honorare, vremena malo za slike stare, i televizor kao spas. A nemaš više nas.
A small 30 kilometers before the end, it became challenging with the tires, which no longer had any grip. The bike was constantly in action on the descent, so there was a big stress. As there are still at least 450 kilometers to reach Split, we must reconcile the off-road part with the road part.
Znaš li gdje je ljubav naša? I da li pamtiš zadnje ljeto, srcu mom još tako sveto? Moj Saša, moj Saša, gdje je sada ljubav naša? Reci Saša, moj Saša, znaš li gdje je ljubav naša? Ti život.
Leaving Podgorica, we make one last detour to see my pal Mickey, who used to live in Paris. He's back home now. After that, we'll hit the road in the direction of Dubrovnik.
Moj Saša, moj Saša, moj Saša,
nosila je jelek svileni kao u pesmi narodnoj. I krstić, znak na lančiću, da nekog čeka navodno. O, to su bili svatovi, sve kićeni i zlačeni, a mi smo bolje svirali nek što smo bili plaćeni.
The return to Split will be done by road and coast. The Adriatic coast is a must-see. We will ride along winding roads with breathtaking views of crystal clear waters and dreamy beaches. From Montenegro to Croatia, every kilometer offers stunning landscapes.
Posrna me gledala, žalostnom pesmom sluđena, čije si pile birgao, što nisi meni suđena.
Guys, do you want to see something cool before finishing this video? Make a detour to the Yugoslav boat shelter. It's an old underground submarine shelter from the Yugoslav army, and it's completely crazy. Imagine a colossal submarine garage dug into the hillside right by the crystal clear waters of the Adriatic. This place has a fascinating history. Built by the Germans during World War II, it was later used by the Yugoslav army. It's like being in a spy movie, but for real, the best part is that you can access it by motorcycle.
Rekoh joj beži, mani se i traži bolje partije. Premala je moja tambura.
After another day of rest on the island of Hvar, we board the ferry to Split to complete our adventure. And there you have it, friends. What an incredible adventure it was to go through the Balkans. Breathtaking landscapes, nature that leaves you speechless, and people with unparalleled hospitality and welcome. Whether by motorcycle or car, this region offers roads and paths that will mark you for life. Don't wait any longer, start planning your next trip here. The Balkans are waiting for you. Prepare yourself for unforgettable memories and extraordinary encounters. See you soon on the road.
Doleti mala senice, tu na moje zlatne čivije, vatra šara tvoje senice.